Yeah, we'll go to Chris shortly, but I believe we're only a minute or so away, as a little bit behind schedule, but they are catching up, and we've got now the junior superbikes to go, and we'll go down now to Chris Kinley.
Yeah, thank you very much. Machines making their way down. Is number 4 just past us now. Reese Hardesty, the winner of this last year on the TZ Yamaha. Number 1 just going through there as well. Joe Yeardsley on the Neilwood Racing Kawasaki ZXR 400. So a good different sorts of machines in here from 400s. We've got the 600s. Number 12 just goes past us there as well. Richie Ford on the Bob Jackson Kawasaki. The Preston 1989 vintage on that one. Old CBR Steely 600 just going past us as well. 34.2. Don Gilbert on the Gorilla Racing CBR 600 for Nutborn, 1994 vintage on that. 22 right beside us here now. That's Rod Graham. Machines are out on the circuit already, so they are getting on with this. Number 3, Alan Oversby on the ZXR 400. He's about to go out as well. The Bolton the Sands rider, so 1994 400. Number 24 machine. That's Tom Snow, 3rd in this one last year. The man from Guildford on the TZ Yamaha. Always looks nice. FCL Racing on the side of that. 97 alongside us as well. Simon Lehane was here last year on the 250 Honda, the carpet craft machine from Pontefract. 88 there as well. That's Bob Lowe, 13th last year for Bob. Newcomer here last year as well. He's from Tuxford, not Duxford, Tuxford. Dan Sale just rolls past us as well on the number 8 machine, on the 250 Bazgas machine, 1992 Honda. 43, give thumbs up there as well. 43 local man, Derby East he's from, Dale Broom. 36 as well, keep an eye on that machine, that's different. 36, that's Andy Jessup from Baldrine on the 668 Laverda, the 1992 vintage. But these are going to be quick as the Jeff Duke Junior Superbike practice. Let's go to cross 4 ways, lap 1.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, Chris, because of the fact that there's so many different capacities out there when you compare it to some of the machinery that took part in this race last year, which, as you've already mentioned there, Chris Kinley, Reese Hardesty was the winner in that one. We've obviously got the 250s and the 400s, but a couple of 600s creeping in as well. So it'd be interesting to see how they fare in this particular class. We can hear the first machines out on the road, making their way up to cross 4 ways, as we've already mentioned as well. Just with the tree line on this left-hand side, we can't quite see up to that hill. Doesn't matter. First machine is on their way through as well. And who's this at the head of the pack, making up a little bit of ground there? That's number 33, Chris Moore, previous winner, the man from New Mills, opening up a little bit of a gap. 2 more emerging. There's number 1, Joe Yeardsley, and number 159 in there as well. Number 104 is on the way through as well. So that's a selection of 5 or 6 machines on the way through that have just made a little bit of a breakaway from the other machines in the pack, making their way towards us. Number 59, there's Mark Colvin on the 400 Kawasaki, the DRF racing machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the way through. Only numbers here: 74, 12, 98 and 52 in there as well. So Matt Milcrease at the back of that one. There's number 3, that's Alan Oversby on the 400 Kawasaki. So that was a real group making their way through there. They'll look to try and make up a bit of ground. There's number 47, one of the newcomers, Luke Blevins. Number 99 and 49 on the way through as well. So another newcomer in Sam Norton, and another one in William Birchall as well, number 49 there. So a couple of the newcomers maybe just sitting back a little bit or set off a little later. Back to you, Tim.
Thank you. Yes, first rider is over the line now, and that is number 33 that crosses the line there, Chris Moore. Another interview is 1 at 5.9, that's Daryl Tweed. Number 1 is pulling in. Joe Yeardsley, his left arm out, clearly signalling to anyone behind him that he was slowing down and pulling in. So some sort of issue. There's no times, of course. This is the... great move by 34 over 59. 34, Don Gilbert overtaking 59, Mark Colvin. Here on the line. Also through, I can tell you, 74, Joey Thompson, 52, Matt Milcrease, 98, Damien Crook, 12, Richard Ford, 3, Alan Oversby, 44, Paul Turner, and 47, Luke Blevins. Another newcomer there with Luke Blevins is number 99, Sam Norton. He's across the line, as is number 49, and that is the Evervale rider, William Birchall. 4, Reese Hardesty across the line, and 53, Rad Hughes. So it is number 33, Chris Moore, who was the first bike through here this evening. Another machine interview. That is number 95, Martin Clare. Another newcomer there across the line, 89, Ashley Robson. There's 22, Rod Graham, and 81, Blake Kelly. Another newcomer, 45. Well, this whole clutch of riders through there. There is number 8 across the line, Dan Sale. But let's go out to Robert Cross four ways.
Great timing, Tim. There's the first man on the road, and indeed the first man on the board at the moment, number 33, Chris Moore, on his way through. But interesting, the number 159 machine that's making its way past us at the moment, the man in second, Darrell Tweed. Maybe one just to keep an eye on over the next 2 weeks. He's making the step up to the Isle of Man TT over the next 2 weeks, having impressed already at the Manx Grand Prix. Could he impress here at the Pre-TT as well? We'll have to wait and see. There's number 104, Leon Murphy, on his way through, running fourth after that lap, of course. Not too much taken into account with those times. This is the first flying lap as numbers 34 and 52 on the way through. Don Gilbert, number 98 and number 3 as well. So Joe Yeardsley in behind is number 12. So number 3, sorry, is Alan Oversby in there, not Joe Yeardsley. He may be further back in the order here as 2 more on the way through. That's number 44, Paul Turner. And number 47, one of the newcomers we've already mentioned, Luke Blevins. Number 4 into cross four ways. There's Rhys Hardesty, the previous race winner. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, we should get our first times now then, as number 33 across the line, 92.036 miles per hour, 2 minutes 46.329 seconds. There's 159 in second at 91.916 miles per hour, Darrell Tweed. 2 minutes 46.456 seconds. So very, very tight. There's hundreds of seconds between those two. And 52, Matt Milcreast has gone to the top of the leaderboard at 94.038. Second now is number 3, Alan Oversby. So Chris Moore now third, Darrell Tweed fourth. And then we have number 34, Don Gilbert, 98, Damien Crook. In seventh, number 12 now is, in fact, number 47, the newcomer, Luke Blevins. And now a new fastest lap, and that is number 4, Rhys Hardesty, 94.155, as opposed to the lap there of 52, Matt Milcreast, 94.038. So certainly the early indications just on that first time lap, I know, so we're being a bit premature there. We could be in for an absolute cracker with this one. So third is Alan Oversby at 92.458. Fourth is number 33, Chris Moore, 92.036. In fifth position, 159, Darrell Tweed, 91.916. And sixth, 34, Don Gilbert. Then in seventh, 98, Darren Crook. Eighth, number 47, the newcomer, Luke Blevins. Let's go to cross four ways and Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, what a lap that was by number 52, Matt Milcreast, slotting in just behind number 4, Rhys Hardesty. There is number 33, Chris Moore, out on the road. And just behind him, number 36, Andrew Jessup on the 668 Laverda. Behind Darrell Tweed, just in front on the road ahead there, number 43, Dale Brewer, one of the newcomers on the 250 Yamaha as well. Worth noting as well, less than 2 seconds separating 4th to 7th, as there is number 52, Matt Milcreast, impressing already here. And yeah, just around 0.2 of a second off the pace of Rhys Hardesty, just over as number 34 through. That's Don Gilbert, 3, 104 and 98 as well. So that's Alan Oversby in there, Leon Murphy on the way through. 2 of those 3 machines that have made their way through. Interested to see what Matt Milcreast can do, because I think he had another machine for company last time through cross four ways. There's number 12, Richard Ford. A couple of seconds later, there is the fastest man at the moment, number 4, Rhys Hardesty. So Matt Milcreast with a bit of fresh tarmac in front of him might be able to make a bit of a difference on the way to the start-finish line. Numbers 59 and 47 on the way through. Luke Blevins, the newcomer, number 47, up into 8th at the moment on the timings. Can he improve on that? We'll wait and see. There's number 44 on the way through. That's Paul Turner. Back to you, Tim.
33, Chris Moore just through. Not gone quicker, that one. There's 159, Darrell Tweed. And no quicker time from him. The 2-minute board is now out being displayed to the riders. So these riders will get another time in. Matt Milcreast goes to the top, 95.902. 34, Don Gilbert is up into 4th position. In 3rd, it's Alan Oversby. He did go quicker, 93.451. Don Gilbert quicker as well on that at 92.333 in fourth. And there we are, 4. Reese Hardesty is in second. Quickest lap on that lap, 94.489 miles per hour. As the 1 minute board will go out very, very shortly. 47, the newcomer Luke Blevins, worthy of a note there. He's 8th quickest at the moment. 49, William Birchall has just crossed the line. He's in 12th. And 44, Paul Turner has crossed the line in 17th position. That's at number 99, Sam Norton, just across the line. And 53, Rad Hughes. He's in 16th, and Sam in 19th. But it is number 52, Matt Milcreast. Quickest lap there, 95.902 miles per hour. Then it's 4, Reese Hardesty in second, and third, number 3, Alan Oversby. Back to you at Cross Four Ways, Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, there's number 33, Chris Moore, just passes through Cross Four Ways once more, followed closely by number 159, Darrell Tweed, though just seems to be making up ground. Here is the man to beat at the moment, number 52, Matt Milcreast. He's got himself ahead on the road on number 88, so that's Rob Lowe on the 400 Kawasaki. So Matt Milcreast making up some ground as well on the as on the timing board as well. Number 34 on the way through, that's Don Gilbert, followed by number 3, Alan Oversby. It's worth pointing out that I know the times will of course update as we see number 98, Damien Crook, on the way through on the Honda there, the Damien Crook P&A Tarling Honda, that 3 of the newcomers are inside the top 20 as it stands. That might change of course as Reese Hardesty comes through. 2 more. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, checkered flag, so there's going to be no further laps for the guys at the top of the leaderboard. A few lower down may very usefully get an extra little lap in. There's number 94, just finishing number 94, the newcomer there, Adam Randalls, the rider there from Ramsey. And that was number 33, Chris Moore. 8th position, 9th now, because number 159, Darrell Tweed, is up into 4th position. Quickest lap there, 92.455 miles per hour. But number 52, Matt Milcreast, top of the pile at the moment. Quickest lap there on lap 4, 96.240 miles per hour. So that is a terrific effort from number 52, Matt Milcreast, the rider, of course, from Douglas. So in second place still is number 4. He hasn't improved on that time he set on lap 3 out of the 4 timed laps they've had at 94.489. Alan Oversby has gone slightly quicker on that last lap. He's still in third place, though, number 3, Oversby, 93.744. Fourth is number 34, Don Gilbert, 93.389 miles per hour. Fifth, number 159, we mentioned him, Darrell Tweed, quickest lap there, 92.455 miles per hour. Sixth place, number 98, Damien Crook, 92.303 miles per hour. Seventh, number 24, Tom Snow, quickest on lap 3 for him at 92.225 miles per hour. Eighth, number 18, Michael Brampton, 92.041. Ninth, number 33, Chris Moore, 92.036. And in fact, that order's just changed because up into 7th place now is number 18, Michael Bampton at 92.259. That relegates Tom Snow, number 24, into 8th. 9th is now number 33, Chris Moore. 10th, number 74, Joey Thompson, who's just crossed the line with his quickest lap, 91.752 miles per hour. In 11th position is number 47, the newcomer, Luke Blevins, going well, 89.242 miles per hour. 12th, number 95, Martin Clare, 88.773 miles per hour. In 13th place, we've got number 12, Richard Ford, 88.344 miles per hour. 35 just finishes there. 50 and 45 across the line as well. 16th, so we've mentioned 15th, number 17, Owen Monaghan. 16th, number 104, Leon Murphy. 17th, the newcomer, William Birchall at 49 is the number on his machinery there. 87.081 for the newcomer there. And the screen has just gone blank ahead of the next session, so we won't be able to go any further down that list. But very impressive performances from the top guys, and 96. They're going to be doing some, though, because the lap record is just shy of the 100 set back in 2014 by the late James Cowton at 99.466 miles per hour. So they're a little bit shy of that mark, which was an exceptional record at the time, as some cake and biscuits arrive for Beth here, who's doing the timing. You can't get away with anything on air at all here on Manx Radio Motorsport. I don't want crisps. I'll only cough if I have those. So we are just getting our way through this practice session, and we will have the next machinery out, and that will be, and I'm trying to get my schedule up here, we should have next the Senior Classic bikes. So that's race 5, because the sidecars who will be race 4, but they're going to go out right at the back of this practice session. So the Senior Classic bikes out, then that's followed by the Lightweight Classics and the 125 Post Classic machinery. Then we have the Junior Classic still to come, then the big bikes, the Senior Super Bikes, and then we will see those sidecars to end our evening here at the Colas Billown Course. But some really good times and a close-ish race. That one looks as if it could be potentially Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, indeed. It was a bit of a late show from some of the riders out there, wasn't it? Naturally, the standout is number 52, Matt Milcrease, that best time of 2 minutes 38.977. That makes him the only rider to have gone beneath the 2 minutes 40 mark at the moment, just ahead of Rhys Hardesty, number 4 in second, and then Alan Oversby, 1.2 seconds back off Rhys Hardesty in third as well. But if we're talking about a late show in there, number 34, Don Gilbert, up into fourth there. And what was the best time? 2:43.831, 2 minutes 43.831. That only puts him 0.6 seconds off the pace of number 3, Alan Oversby as well. So that slots in between Oversby and also Darrell Tweed as well. Number 98, Damien Crook, up into the top 6. And that run by Michael Bampton in the last lap, number 18. That was nearly half a second off his previous lap time going into that. So in motorsporting circles, that can be quite a sizable chunk, particularly if you're on shorter circuits as the Billown Course is. But looking throughout the rest of the top 20 here, and maybe just outside, some great performances from some of the newcomers in there, slotting into 11th, number 47, Luke Blevins, in a time of 2 minutes 51.444, that best lap as well. That's just under 5 seconds behind number 74, Joey Thompson, who makes up the top 10 in 10th at the moment. But also taking a look through there in 17th, number 49, William Birchall, a best time of 2 minutes 55.698, and right behind him, number 99, Sam Norton, 2 minutes 58.187. So we're getting a scotch of some of those newcomers into the top 20. It's always a great thing to see, and hopefully no doubt there'll be some sort of tinkering going on over the coming days, but they'll be hoping that it can just get them that little bit more, maybe push even higher up the timing boards. Well, we understand machines are back out on their way at the paddock, so time to hand over to Chris Kinley.
Number 21, Will Load, as the first machine passes on the G50. Seeley, the Hinkley rider. Barry Davison, number 30 as well on the Newton Textiles Limited Team Gimbert Racing Machine 3265, also in there as well, Loris Hunt. Now, it does say that Loris is due to be out in this one on a Norton Westlake, but that looks like a 500 Suzuki twin to me. I think it is anyway. Number 6 is next out, Mike Brown on the Davies Motorsport Yamaha. Is out in the last one. He's got them up the Aprillian leathers out. Number 20, that'll be Gary Hutton on the 500 Honda, the Irishman for Newry. Gary about to head out. Regular on the Irish scene for many, many years. Number 11, number 3, 82 and 62. 3 is Alan Oversby, second in this last year. Roy Fox racing on the side of number 62 there. Carl Fox on the Honda Black Bomber. That says Foxdale here. 500cc Honda. Number 82 just rolls past us now. Stevan Ravakovic on the number 82 machine. He's a newcomer. Number 9, Chris McGard. Not a newcomer around the Billown circuit. On the Seeley 500. Of course, he's just been passed by my mate Mark Parrott there. Marco's 7th in this one last year on the 500cc Works Norton. 56 is next, that's Adam McLean. He will be in addition to your programme. Winning the race last year. Adam on the Royal Enfield. About to head back out. So that will be in addition to your programme, 56 Adam McLean. Not sure if there's many more coming down through. Hopefully they will have heard all the klaxon. The gates will be underway again for this Greystones LLC 500cc Senior Classic Practice. 24 is next, Tom Snow, retired last year. The Guildford rider on the Ducati, just been out on the little Yamaha, so something a bit different for him this time, and it looks really, really sweet. Disc brake on the front, single AP Lockheed caliper on it on that one, and then drum brake on the back on that one as the gate is now open. And just watching as he's doing the throttle, you can actually see the throttle cable moving as number 5 moves there. Paul Cassidy on the Norton, another rider just by him there, just about to leave as well. 66 is next. That's Robert Noyle on the BSA Gold Cell for Cologne. I think that's nearly just about it. I think the gates will be open to let the spectators back across. Yeah, the Arsa machines making their way out on circuit, getting the OK to go from the officials down here. The ever organised officials, as they all are down here. They all know the jobs. They've all been doing it for many, many moons. And again, that 2-stroke haze of Loris Hunt. Keep an eye on that one, number 65, when he comes through. It says he's supposed to be down on a Norton Triton Westlake from Knaresborough. Well, that looks like to me like a 500 twin Suzuki, but we'll find out as the session goes on. So they're making their way down Iron Gate there now, down of course through Ballachagan Straight, that long straight with the wind just dropping a little bit here, and let's head over to Cross Four Ways. Lap 1.
Indeed, waiting for the first machines to arrive. Interesting, Adam McLean, the winner of this race last year on the Royal Enfield, also coincidentally on the Royal Enfield in this class this year. Number 1, Joe Yeardsley, so maybe he might be home for a bit of fortunes on that particular machinery in this class. No change to the other members of the top 3 from the last race. Alan Oversby and Andy Hornby on the same machines. Oversby on the Ruthless Racing Honda, and Hornby on the MV Augusta, the Black Eagle racing machine, the man from Exeter. We can hear the machines whirring away in the distance. Will we see what we've seen in the previous practices of a couple of them just making a little bit of a break for it and just separating themselves a little bit from the pack in behind them? The noise is getting louder. There's the first one. There's the first 2 machines into the mix there, and at the head of the pack at the moment, number 21, Will Loader, followed by number 1, Joe Yeardsley. So that's your first 2 machines. 3 more, that's number 40 and 6, Barry Davidson and Mike Brown, followed closely by number 32, Aaron Hughes as well. Number 3, Alan Oversby on the podium in this particular race last year. There is the previous race winner, number 56, Adam McLean. Already had a good time in the previous session, didn't he? He'll be hoping for the same in this particular one. He is the defending champion in the 500cc Senior Classic race. We'll wait to see those first flying laps come through. Number 84, Nigel Moore, and number 11, Stephen Elliott on the Rutter Honda there, the man from Frodsham, on the way through as well. So the field relatively spread out, but we're seeing groups of 2 or 3 machines heading through Cross Four Ways together at this particular time, as number 80, Mark Parrott on the Works Norton on the way through. And number 9 as well, Chris McGahn on the Murden Seeley, the man from Peel as well. Number 82 next up, Stefan Radakovic. 1, 2, 3, 4 machines here, and at the head of those, number 5, Paul Cassidy on the way through. Back to you, Tim.
First 2 machines over the crest of School Hill Rise. 21 and 1. So 21 is Will Loader, 1 is Joe Yeardsley. 3 more machines come into our view. So that was Mike Brown, number 6. Number 40, Barry Davidson. 3, Alan Oversby. 32, Aaron Hughes. And 56, Adam McLean. So 7 machines through here. No times, of course. This is just the sort of formation lap as it would be on race days. They'd form the grid here. 84 through there, Nigel Moore. And 11 is Stephen Elliott. Another bike in view. That is 80, Mark Parrott. Here's number 9, Chris McGahn. And there's quite a few machines going over the railway bridge at the corner there. That's 5, Paul Cassidy, and 82, Stephen Radakovic. Great close racing there between 24, Tom Snow, and 39, Tomo Burnett. 37, the newcomer, looked to be just pulling in. That is, of course, Chris Moffat. There's 62, Carl Fox through, and 65, Loris Hunt, and 20, Gary Hutton is through. That's 19 machines that we've had go past us here on the Castletown bypass at the start-finish line. And we look up towards the School Hill Rise, and another machine emerges into view, but we're going to head out to Cross Four Ways and Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, first through Cross Four Ways this time is number 1, Joe Yeardsley, so he's just got ahead of them on the road, and number 21, Will Loader there. So Joe Yeardsley making up a bit of ground in. Next to him is number 56, Adam McLean, just moves up the inside there, past number 3, Alan Oversby into Cross Four Ways, following number 40, Barry Davidson, and number 6, Mike Brown there as well, just a bit back on Davidson. A couple of seconds back again on the road is number 32, Aaron Hughes. So that's just group of machines on the way through there, just starting to open up a little bit of a gap, and Adam McLean, like I say, just getting ahead on the road. Number 3, Alan Oversby, might just allow him to just pull the pin a little bit, shall we say, heading up to Church Bends and then on the way towards Stadium. There's number 84, and that's Nigel Moore. Number 11 is Stephen Elliott through as well. So those two with a bit of ground to make up for themselves there in terms of, well, plenty of ground in front of them, I should say. It's number 80, Mark Parrott, through Cross Four Ways once more. Number 9, Chris McGann. So Will Loader behind Joe Yeardsley on the road. Back to you, Tim.
First machine into view, and it is that number 1 outfit, Joe Yeardsley, 91.339 miles per hour. There's 21, Will Loader, 88. But there's the quickest man, number 56, Adam McLean, 93.667 miles per hour. Second then is number 1, Joe Yeardsley. Third is number 3, Alan Oversby at 91.156 miles per hour. Fourth, Will Loader, number 21 at 88.161. Fifth is number 40, Barry Davidson at 86.829. Sixth, number 32, Aaron Hughes at 85.199. And in seventh, number 6, Mike Brown at 84.949. In fact, he's now in eighth because number 84, Nigel Brown, has gone into seventh at 85.055 miles per hour. And he's relegated to 8th because now 7th is number 80, Mark Parrott, at 85.165. Pulling in, indicating quite clearly there was number 9, Chris McGann, a little bit slower at 83.078. Paul Cassidy has put himself into 6th position, outfit number 5 at 86.388. And 7th now is number 24, Tom Snow. That's number 39 through, Tom O'Burnett. So it's 56, Adam McLean, 93.6. 1, Joe Yeardsley, 91.3. And third is Alan Oversby at 91.15. Let's go back to Cross Four Ways. Rob Pritchard.
Let's see who's first on the road again across 4 ways. It is indeed number 1, Joe Yeardsley, moving up into second on the timings, as Tim's just mentioned. Incidentally, Adam McLean's timing there in the last lap, 93.667, is only around 0.2 of a second off his race record pace from last year. There's number 3, Alan Oversby, and number 21, Will Loader. Adam McLean holds the race record over 6 laps in this class of 93.884. As I mentioned, set 12 months ago there. So already touching around the race record pace that he'd set last year. There's number 40, Barry Davidson, running well again up in the top 5. From number 6, Mike Brown there, just outside the top 10. Number 32, Aaron Hughes there. So number 6, Mike Brown in 11th at the moment. Not quite under the 3-minute mark at the moment, so just outside the top 10 as it stands. That was number 32, Aaron Hughes, on the way through as well. He's running well in 8th at the moment, the number 32 machine, just under the 3-minute mark, a best time of 2 minutes 59.580. All on their own out on the road. Here is number 84, Nigel Moore. Let's see how he's doing at the moment in the particular standings. Good running from Nigel Moore, 10th at the moment, 2 minutes 59.884, the best time. Number 11 there, Stephen Elliott, has managed to get ahead on the road this time of number 80, Mark Parrott as well. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, number 1, Joe Yeardsley across. He's gone quicker at 91.7. There's number 3, Alan Oversby. Not gone quicker on that, so he's still at 91.158. And also through was Will Loader. And his second lap still counts. Number 21 in 4th position. There's number 40, Barry Davidson. And Aaron Hughes is in fact number 32, gone into 5th position ahead of Davidson. And up into 8th position is number 6, Mike Brown. But we wait to see as we've got the countdown board. 2-minute board is up, just letting riders know that they've got chance for another lap, but expect the checkered flag when they go through. Number 84, Nigel Moore, through at 85.896. And there's number 11, that's Stephen Elliott. He's in 12th. Number 80, Mark Parrott, is in 11th. But I haven't seen 56, Adam McLean, come through on this lap. And he's just showing us 2 laps completed. And up into 5th now is number 5, Paul Cassidy, going really well in his hometown at 87.964. 10th there for number 24, Tom Snow, just across the line. But let's go back to Robert, cross 4 ways.
Yeah, that time from Adam McLean's just proving hard to beat at the moment. Incidentally, number 21, Will Loader, in 4th at the moment. He went over 6.5 seconds quicker on that last lap than number 3, Alan Oversby, who's in 3rd. Here's number 1, Joe Yeardsley, still first on the road. He's managed to just get ahead on the road of number 62, that's Carl Fox. The man from Foxtel on the 500 Honda Black there. Here's number 66 as well, that's Robert Noyle on the BSA Gold Star. And there is number 21, Will Loader, really made up some ground time-wise on Alan Oversby, who still sits above him in 3rd spot as it stands. So maybe a chance just to stretch that machine a little bit more again for Will Loader. It's been a positive evening for him so far. But Adam McLean, that best time of 2 minutes 43.344, still the one to beat. And 3.4 seconds, well, just under 3.5 seconds back to 1, Joe Yeardsley. Number 40, Barry Davidson. Number 6, Mike Brown. And number 32, Aaron Hughes, through as well. So this is the last chance in this particular session to see if they can move their way up that timing board. Aaron Hughes still going well in 6th at the moment, just behind Paul Cassidy. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, number 20, Gary Hutton, just through. He's in an up to 15th position. As, Adam McLean is the top time, but others are still out on this. Checkered flag is waving here for number 1, Joe Yeardsley, who doesn't improve on his best lap of the 3rd lap, 91.710, compared to, of course, number 56, Adam McLean, at 93.667 miles per hour. There's 21, Will Loader, across the line. 62, Carl Fox has just crossed as well, as has number 66, Robert Noyle. He's in 17th, and number 62, Carl Fox, in 18th. But they haven't improved on their lap times. Here's number 6, Mike Brown. He stays in 8th position. 40, Barry Davidson's in 7th, and in 6th is number 32, Aaron Hughes. I think we've still got Paul Cassidy out there to see if he does that. But it's 21st is Will Loader. In bike number 21, in 4th, Will Loader. And Paul Cassidy was in 5th position, went quickest on his 3rd lap. That was Nigel Moore, number 84, just crossing the line. He moves up into 9th position. 2 more bikes, 3 in fact, into view. And that was Paul Cassidy, number 5. He's gone quicker, 87.993 miles per hour, and stays in 5th. But a quicker lap there on that last lap. 4 laps he's managed to get in. As 24 now comes across the line, that's Tom Snow. He remains in 10th position, and his quickest lap was lap 2 of the 4, 85.602. The machine interview, and that is 39, Tomo Burnett. He's gone quickest on that last lap into 12th position, 83.913. That's number 7 crosses, and I think that's a different class there, but just getting a little bit of lappage in on the back of this, and just testing maybe some repairs that have been made. So in 1st position then, in that opening practice, number 56, Adam McLean, at 93.667 miles per hour. That's 2 minutes 43.344. That's quite a margin ahead of number 1, Joe Yeardsley, 2 minutes 51.786, or 91.710 miles per hour. In 3rd position is number 3, Been saying that quite a lot this evening. He seems to like that third slot. Alan Oversby at 91.156 miles per hour. Fourth, number 21, Will Loader, 88.161 miles per hour. Fifth, the local man, number 5, Paul Cassidy, 87.993 miles per hour. Sixth is number 32, Aaron Hughes, 86.926 miles per hour. Seventh, number 40, Barry Davidson, 86.829 miles per hour. In eighth, it's number 6, Mike Brown, 86.523. And in ninth position, number 84, Nigel Moore, 86.443. So very close there between 5th and down to 9th, and not too far back. In 10th is number 24, Tom Snow, 85.602. In 11th, number 80, Mark Parrott, 85.165 miles per hour. 12th, number 39, that's Tomo Burnett at 83.913 miles per hour. 13th, number 11, Stephen Elliott, 83.523 miles per hour. 14th is number 9, Chris McGahn, 83.078 miles per hour. 15th, number 20, that's Gary Hutton, 75.591 miles per hour. 16th is number 82, the newcomer, that is Stefan Radakovic at 73.144 miles per hour. 17th, number 66, Robert Noyle at 72.827 miles per hour. 18th, number 62, Carl Fox at 67.833. And that's all the way down the leaderboard. But it is the man setting the pace. Number 56, Adam McLean, 93.667 miles per hour. Ahead of in second, number 1, Joe Yeardsley. And in third position, number 3, Alan Oversby. And they're quite a little distance ahead of the rest of the field. Well, let's get some thoughts then on that latest little practice session from Rob out at Cross Four Ways. Interesting.
Indeed, and as you've mentioned, Adam McLean with that little bit of a gap, just shy of 3.5 seconds from Joe Yeardsley. But one of the potential lessons I'm taking from this particular session is that Royal Enfield machine that Joe Yeardsley is on, and I believe Adam McLean is on. I'd need that confirmed. But if that is the case, like he was in this class last year on the Royal Enfield, that really does seem like the machine to beat. Obviously, a lot can change. It's not all said and done. But certainly from what we're seeing at the moment with that 243.3 from Adam McLean and 246.8 from Joe Yeardsley, it may well be the machine to beat in this particular class. But still practice and qualifying to be done in this class amongst all else. Number 3, Alan Oversby in third as well, so 247.845 was his best lap there, so just over a second behind that of Joe Yeardsley, so he's certainly not out of the equation as well. And then 5.7 seconds back on Alan Oversby was Will Loader as well. So the top 3 in this particular session certainly a little more clear cut than we've seen elsewhere. But looking elsewhere in the top 20, again, I always like to do this just to see how the newcomers are getting on. 2 of them inside the top 20. So in 19th, number 37, Chris Moffat is in the mix there on the timings as well. And also in 16th, number 82, Stefan Radakovic. And I believe seeing him out in that particular session, he did seem to be out on his own a little bit, but doesn't seem to matter. It seems to have really benefited. So at number 82, Stefan Radakovic, 16th in the standings. That only did 2 laps, Radakovic there, but it's certainly paid dividends there. A best lap of 3 minutes 29.175. If we're looking away from the top 5, we've already mentioned 4 of them. Paul Cassidy, number 5, of course, in 5th at the moment. It is much closer in behind there. Paul Cassidy only 0.3 seconds off Will Loader in 4th there. 2 minutes 53.877 was Cassidy's best time. 2.1 seconds back off Cassidy, number 32. Aaron Hughes, good outing for him in 6th. And then only 0.196 seconds behind Aaron Hughes, number 40, Barry Davidson. So while we may be seeing a bit of clear daylight between the top 2 and maybe the top 3, things are really not as clear-cut as some might have thought within regards to the top 10 as well. That seems a pretty open battle off the timings that we've been getting already here. But yes, Adam McLean leading the way ahead of number 1, Joe Yeardsley, Alan Oversby in 3rd, and then behind them Will Loader, Paul Cassidy, Aaron Hughes, Barry Davidson, Mike Brown, Nigel Moore and Tom Snow. Well, there's no gap bigger between the riders than 2.1 seconds in there. So maybe that tells you just how close that battle to get in the top 10 could be once this race comes around. We'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, back to you, Tim.
Thanks very much indeed there, Rob, with his thoughts out there. And just the plate numbers there for that particular class, with the yellow plates with the black numbers. And I didn't mention the plates to the previous one because a couple of differences in the... Let's go back one more. In the junior superbike, they're all orange plates, but it's the machines that are 250 or 600 have black numbers, and the 400 machines have the orange plates with the white numbers. So next out, we've got the lightweight classic and the 125 post classic bikes out. The Quine and Coven Printers sponsored race number 6. And again, different plates here. The 250 machines are green plates with white numbers, and the 125cc class are black plates with white numbers. As the course inspection cars go past, so that should mean we're not too far away from getting underway. When we do go racing, 6 laps, 25.5 miles around the Colas Billown Course. But with the fact the course cars have gone through, I think it's time to head down the bypass and rejoin Chris Kinley.
Keith Shannon goes past us there in the number 51 machine. I'm actually stood opposite the guy who still holds the lap record for this 250 lap record back to 1997, 88.64 mile an hour, 28. Just gone past us there now. Billy Cummins, 4th in this race last year. The Ramsey man on the T20 Suzuki. 69, Jeff Bates, 8th in this last year from Thornton Cleveley's. On his 250 Bates Honda, 103 also gives us a big thumbs up as well. 103 Andy Hunt, 2nd in this race last year. 87 goes past us too. Brian Mateer, good to see Brian back here again. 76 as well, Roy Phipps, nice to see Roy. And hello to Bob Dowd. You just hear that little T20 Suzuki just beside us now. Listen to this. Sounds nice, and the gate is already open. Richard Ford on the Bob Jackson Racing machine. Number 8, Dan Sale, gives us a bit of a nod of the head. He's about to head out as well, the little 125 Honda. And 55 will be his teammate in this one. The young Reese Callister, a young lad from Peel, races up at Derby on the Andrews Racing Association of the airfield meetings. The 250s and 125s heading out. Who's on money on this one? Who knows? Sadly, number 9, Chris McGahn, won't be a starter in this on the Gary Vines Racing Kawasaki, and also number 46, Mark Johnson, won't be a starter in this as well. And the clouds of blue smoke, where they just sat for a couple of minutes, just clogging up a little bit, but managing to get it clear. You can hear them getting up onto the pipe, into the power band. The exhaust valve opens all the way up, and away they go. Heading towards Ballackagan now. A bit of clutch slip for one machine there now, but they're all on the way out there. It's the Quine and Coven Printers, 250 Classic and 125 Post Classics. The one dingers are out. Let's go to Rob Pritchard.
They are indeed, Chris, and I think what we've learned from the last couple of years, particularly when it comes to the 125 Post Classic machines, 6 entries in total this year. Great to see that they're still feeding their way into the classes. It does tend to be a little bit of a war of attrition, this particular class. And just looking through how the race panned out last year, you mentioned number 51 Keith Shannon, the winner in the 250 class, number 103 Andy Hunt in second, number 40 Barry Davidson in third. The winner in the 125 Post Classic class was number 86 Jeff Smith. But one of the standouts from last year in the 125s went the way of number 17, Owen Monaghan. Now, Owen was in fact a retirement on lap 2 in the race last year, but that didn't stop him setting a new lap record in the 125cc Post Classic class, and his benchmark from last year at the moment, Owen Monaghan, is 82.230 miles an hour, and Jeff Smith, the winner, holds the race record in the 125cc Post Classic, 77.574 miles per hour. So both those records set in 2023, but it is great to see those machines on their way out in this combined class and making their way through. It is in fact one of the 125s on the way through first. So there is Owen Monaghan, but number 51, Keith Shannon, and number 97, that is Simon Lehane as well. So it's a scutch of the 125cc's first through there. Here's the first of the 250s on their outlap. That's number 40, Barry Davidson. Great running from him, a podium on the Team Gimble Honda last year. Number 61, 250 machine, that's Richard Hunt, the newcomer from Wetherby. And number 103, Andy Hunt, second in the 250 class of the Ducati Monza last year. He's on that machine as well, the man from Ely. Numbers 28 and 69 on the way through from the 250s, Jeff Bates. number 87. There's Brian Mattia of Ballyclare as well. So it's the 125cc machines first through in on the road, that is. Number 63, Angela Cragg is on the way through. Number 78 is Michael Titchmarsh. Number 8, another of the 125s, Dan Sale on the 125 Honda. 15 and 12 on the way through the 250, the two 250 machines, to say Bob Doughty and Richard Ford. And number 76, Roy Phipps as well. Back to you, Tim.
Yes, most of the field through there. First machine interview. And it is number 17, Owen Monaghan. Two more. That's 97, Simon Lehane, and 51, Keith Shannon. And the fourth bike into our view. And that is number 40, Barry Davidson. And he was quite close in to this side of the track, but yeah, that blue smoke and the sounds here really evocative and provoking memories of bygone ages. 61 there through, the newcomer Richard Hunt, and 103 Andy Hunt. And that is number 28, Billy Cummins. 87, Brian Mattia, and 69, Jeff Bates through. I notice in the programme it's William Cummins, but we, of course, know him much more as Billy. And that was 63, Angela Cragg, and 8, Dan Sale. 15, Bob Doughty is through, and number 12, Richard Ford. So that's 13 machines through. Here are 14 and 15. And that is 55, Rhys Callister, and 76, Roy Phipps. So 15 machines are through here on the Castletown bypass, looking up to School Hill. Can't see any more machines crossing the bridge as such yet. So we look up the railway line back up towards Castletown Steam Railway Station. One more machine has just come across the bridge now, but I'm getting the nod that it is time to head back to Rob Pritchard at Cross Four Ways.
Indeed, impeccable timing, Tim. There's one machine all alone on the way through, and that is the first man out on the road, number 17, Owen Monaghan. And as you've already pointed out on numerous occasions, this has been an out lap. This is now their first flying lap, so times from the previous lap will not matter one bit once they get past the start-finish line the next time around. Two more machines. It's two more of the 125s. There's numbers 51 and 97 on the way through, so Keith Shannon and Simon Lehane. And then the first of the 250s, number 40, Barry Davidson. Another solid evening for him already across the classes that he's been out qualifying in today, and he'll want to keep that up. So that's the first four machines through, and I always wonder to myself going into this particular race, a 6-lap race, 25.5 miles doesn't sound like a lot, but with these particular machines it can be, as we get number 103, Andy Hunt on the way through there on the 250 machine. So it'll be interesting to see how he does over the course of this latest flying lap. Three more machines. Number 61, that's Richard Hunt. Number 28, William Cummins, we now know him as, according to the programme. Number 87, Brian Mattia. Number 8, Dan Sale on the 125. Tim, I think we need to get some clarity on that, just to make sure that we're saying it in the right way. 69 on the way through as well. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, we'll check that out. It is William, very polite, Sunday best name in the programme. We're going to get some times now. That's 17, Owen Monaghan through, 79.981 miles per hour, but we of course know him far better, number 28, as Billy Cummins, the decorator. There's 51 and 97 through. And there's number 40, Barry Davidson. He slots actually into second behind Owen Monaghan, 77.744 miles per hour. Third, number 51, Keith Shannon, 76.543 miles per hour. And in fourth, number 97, Simon Lehane at 75.6. There's 103, Andy Hunt. He stays in fifth position at 75.471. And there's the quickest man so far, number 8, Dan Sale. 82.103 miles per hour for Dan Sale. Up into fifth is number 87, Brian Mattia. Eighth is number 28, Billy Cummins. And in ninth, we've got number 61, the newcomer, Richard Hunt. And he's now down in 11th position because slotting in ahead of number 15 in 8th position, Bob Doughty, and in 9th, number 12, Richard Ford. Angela Cragg through as well, number 63 in 11th. There's number 55, Rhys Callister. He's into 10th position there, 74.111. So it is Dan Sale, 3 minutes, 6.352 seconds, 82.103. And in second, it's Monaghan. Third, Davidson. Let's go back to cross four ways and Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, great lap that was by number 8, Dan Sale there as the first machine out on the road from the start, and still the same case. Number 17, Owen Monaghan, who putting a good time of his own there, but it's number 8, Dan Sale, who set the benchmark at the moment, and that lap time from Dan Sale of 82.103 miles an hour, just shy, just over a tenth of a second off the pace of Owen Monaghan, who's just gone through the aforementioned 125cc lap record, 82.230 miles an hour. There's number 51, that's Keith Shannon on the Suzuki. Barry Davidson, number 40 there, running well behind him. Number 97, Simon Lehane. So Simon Lehane dropping behind number 40, Barry Davidson on the road there. So that's your first 4 machines on the way through. Owen Monaghan still first out on the road, and with plenty of space out in front of him as well to just try and get the most out of it. Here is your fastest man at the moment, the man from Sulby, number 8, Dan Sale. Couple of seconds clear of number 103, Andy Hunt, who also has just dropped a little bit behind the order on the road as it stands. Number 87, Brian Mateer on his way through. Where does Brian Mateer go? He's 5th at the moment. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, the 1 minute board is out, so they're just going to sneak in, are they, before the checkered flag's out? Indeed, 17 Owen Monaghan is through, 81.139 miles per hour for the outfit number 17. But it's Dan Sale, number 8, that we're looking for. The man, of course, from Sulby. So the 1 minute board still out, but the checkered flag is being prepared. And it's not going to be, it's only one that's going to get through, Owen Monaghan. So number 51, Keith Shannon, is through. Barry Davidson's up into third at 78.073. Keith Shannon in fourth, and fifth, Simon Lehane. But we look out now for bike number 8 to cross the line. Here he is. 83.851. That's unofficially a lap record from Dan Sale. Unofficially, of course, because it's taken place in practice. But what a lap that is. 83.851. And that's inside Owen Monaghan's lap record of 82.230 miles per hour set last year. What a performance from the Sulby man. Number 8, Dan Sale, unofficial lap record, as Billy Cummins just finishes. And in fact, up into into second is number 12 at 81.196. That's Richard Ford. Third now is number 17, Owen Monaghan, at 81.139. Very little at all between those two, but the talk of the town is Dan Sale, 83.851 miles per hour. That is 3 minutes, 2.466 seconds. So we've just got the one man that got through, and that was number 17, Owen Monaghan. So we'll just see if he's made it out to cross four ways before we run down the leaderboard.
He has indeed, Tim, actually. So here is number 17, Owen Monaghan. So maybe just a chance to close the gap a little bit more on that sensational Dan Sale lap, 83.851. As you've rightly pointed out, Tim, it is an unofficial lap record. Only lap record times can only be set in race scenarios, so it is unofficially a 125cc lap record. And just to put that into a bit of wider context as well, Keith Shannon, who won the race last year, in last year's race on a 250, mind you, average speed of 81.382. Now, of course, that is a race scenario, not qualifying. There's several other factors to consider there, but when you consider that Dan Sale speed is above, and a reasonable chunk above, in my opinion, of the race pace, the average race pace of Keith Shannon, who won this class on a 250 last year. A best speed from Keith Shannon, his best lap in lap 2, 82.466. So it was quicker than the best and winning 250cc time from this combined race last year. So we await to see what Owen Monaghan can do in response. Great lap there as well from number 12, Richard Ford, to move just 0.132 seconds ahead of number 17, Owen Monaghan there. So it'll be interesting to see if he is that he is indeed that one machine still circulating with the checkered flags already out. Looking a little further down the board as well. Great run here from number 55, Rhys Callister as well, in 11th spot at the moment. And just taking a look through, Owen Monaghan has made it past the start-finish line, I understand. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, and quicker as well. He's 81.288, so it's pretty marginal, but it is quicker officially. So it is Dan Sale that's making the headlines down here at the Colas Billown Course at the Blackford Financial Services pre-TT Classic Road Race meeting for 2024. An unofficial lap record there, 3 minutes, 2.466 seconds, 83.851 miles per hour for the Sulby man on that 125 Honda. Second then, number 17, Owen Monaghan at 81.288 miles per hour. Third was number 12, Richard Ford, 81.196. Fourth, number 87, Brian Mattia, 79.394 miles per hour. Fifth, number 40, Barry Davidson, 78.073 miles per hour. Sixth, number 51, that's Keith Shannon, 77.493 miles per hour. Seventh, number 103, Andy Hunt, 76.343 miles per hour. Eighth, number 97, Simon Lehane, 76.237. And in ninth, number 15, Bob Doughty at 76.221. So very tight there, 7th to 9th. In 10th position, number 28, Billy Cummins, 74.623 miles per hour. 11th, number 55, the newcomer, Rhys Callister, 74.440 miles per hour. In 12th, number 63, that is Angela Cragg, 73.009. In 13th position, number 69, Jeff Bates at 70.925 miles per hour. In 14th position, number 61, the newcomer Richard Hunt at 70.365 miles per hour on his second of 3 laps. 15th is number 76, Roy Phipps, 67.378 miles per hour. And in 16th, number 62, Carl Fox, 65.176. But undoubtedly, the headlines so far this evening from a Manxman, the man from Sulby, Dan Sale, an unofficial lap record in this class in the Quine and Cubban Printers 125 post-classic race as the course cars now come through. The screen goes blank again as we prepare for the next practice session, which will be the Junior Classic. And let's head down the bypass to the holding area. I assume that's where he is. Chris Kinley.
Certainly am, right in the middle of it all, to be fair, Tim. Very, very noisy down here. Machines being rolled forward, getting to position. Andy Kildane for Newton Arns on the 350 Honda. He rolls into his position, number 104. Also into his position too. Oh, that is noisy. I'm just going to move back a wee bit as well. That's rattling my ears, that is. As the light aircraft takes off from Ronaldsway. 69, 93, 20. Gary Hutton, you can see. 84 now, Jeff Bates, and he's just dropped the position. 84, Nigel Moore, Evergreen, Nigel Moore, good to see Nigel back on the island. 88 should be next to behind him. That's Rob Lowe on his Honda. And still they come, 64 and 66. Let's move back a little bit more. 63 also in there as well. Angela Cragg. 56, Andy McLean, he wants to get to the front of machines, already out on the circuit. 76 and number 9 is Chris McGahn. Previous winner this, the Paul Vandenberg Hales Honda. 76 also just about to go as well, Roy Phipps. Machines, as I said, are making their way up onto the hedges section now towards Ballackagan. Andy McLean was rushing to get to the front. He wanted to be in the front of this field. Jamie Coward holds the lap record, 2 minutes 47.6, 91.274 from 2022, that is. Chris McGahn is going to be one of the last ones to go. You can hear one of the Hondas firing up and going out there as well. But Chris is about to go now in the Hales Honda. Ken Garfield on the side of that as well. There you go, listen to that thing there. That'll make your ears tremble a bit, won't it? So they're making their way around lap 1 in this Vintage Motorcycle section Isle of Man, Vintage Motorcycle Club Isle of Man section, 350 Junior Classic practice, and that is lap number 1. And Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, recall from this particular class last year, Chris, that this was particularly tight between the top three. Dom Herbertson, the winner. Just to put it into a bit of perspective, 20 minutes 8 seconds, 0.065 is the total time, and then there was only 0.4 of a second separating number 56 Adam McLean in second and number 40 Barry Davidson in third. There was a near 14-second gap away from the podium between those three, so they built up a little bit of a gap, but it was still quite a close battle between those three for the top spot. So I wonder what this first practice or qualifier might tell us about what the class might look like this time around. Again, a reminder, no Dom Herbertson at this meeting this year. First machine on the way through. That is number 40, Barry Davidson, followed swiftly by number 21, Will Loader, and number 3, Alan Oversby as well, previous winner in the class. Of course, he's out there on the Ruthless Racing Honda, as has already been mentioned. 3 more machines into view, one a couple of seconds ahead. That is number 16, Kelly Carruthers. And number 100 is Heffernan Owen, and number 2, Andy Hornby. Andy Hornby right on the coattails of Heffernan Owen there. And number 7, Harley Rushton on the way through on the Tedworth Craven Honda, the Craven Classic Racing machine. And then one machine all alone as well. So we've seen 2 groups of 3 machines heading on the way through, making a break for it. Here's number 46. That's Mark Johnson on the Drixton Honda. And 3 more machines, 11, 42, 86 as well. So that's one of the newcomers. That's Kyle Parks on the KP Racing Honda as well. Numbers 56 and 104 on the way through as well. So the field already starting to spread out on this outlap, should we call it. Number 84, 41. 103 and 14. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely right there, Rob. It is the outlap. No times this time around, but here's the first 3. 40, Barry Davidson, 21, Will Loader, and 3, Alan Oversby across the line. And they've got a little bit of tarmac ahead of themselves and the rest of the field. But here's another 3 together, and very close, very close. 16, Kelly Carruthers, 2, Andy Hornby, and 100, Heffernan Owen. And that looks like that's going to be a really good dice around the Colas Billown Course. 7, Harley Rushton is through as more machines go across the bridge and now come into our view. 1, 2, we'll listen across the line. 46, Mark Johnson, and 11, Stephen Elliott. That was number 42 across the line, but he's not registered on here, but 11, Elliott is. 56, Adam McLean through. Newcomer Kyle Parks is through as well, number 86. 104, Leon Murphy, and 84, Nigel Moore. 41 through there, that's Andy Kilday. 103, Andy Hunt, and 14, Andrew Green. So first through, there was 3 together, Davidson, Loader, and Oversby, and then we had Carruthers, Hornby, and Owen together. That's number 65, Loris Hunt through, and number 25, Andrew Guy. 2 more machines into view. 92 and 50, that's Stephen Walsh and Dave Glover. Let's go to Robert Cross Four Ways.
Yeah, first flying lap of this 350cc Junior Classic practice session. There's 3 machines, still a bit of motorsporting chess going on. Barry Davidson at the front, and number 3, Alan Oversby, and number 21, Will Loader. It's a practice session, but they look like they're racing out there for the best times. That's the same order on the exit of the corner there. So Barry Davidson at the head of that little trio there. 2 more machines into view. There's number 2, Andy Hornby on the Augusta, and number 100, Heffernan Owen as well there. 2 more. Number 16, Kelly Carruthers, just around a bike length or 2 ahead on the road. And number 7, Harley Rushton as well. I tell you what, clearly no one's told that trio who are out front on the road that it's a qualifying session. You certainly fooled me on the way through. If that's anything like what we can expect in the racing, whether it's them 3 up towards the front or others besides, I think we could be in for a real treat with that one there, as 1 more lone machine making their way through. That's number 11, Stephen Elliott on the Rutter Honda. So as we mentioned in the previous lap, the field getting a bit spread out. 3 more machines, 56, 46 and 42 at the back of that particular group as well. Number 84, that's Nigel Moore, and number 86 as well, Carl Parks, who we've mentioned previously, as well. Number 104 at the back of that group as well in his 350cc class. Back to Tim.
Yeah, first three are through, and it's number 3, Alan Oversby, top of the shop at the moment, 87.371 miles per hour. Then here's another 2 together. They've stretched out that little lot there, but it is number 21, Will Loader, in second at 86.134. And in third, number 40, Barry Davidson at 86.102. Fourth, number 2, Andy Hornby, 85.269 miles per hour. Fifth, number 100, Heffin Owen at 84.897. Sixth is number 7 at the moment, provisionally, Harley Rushton, 84.682. Another machine interview, number 11. And there's 56. 56 does, in fact, go into 7th position. That's Adam McLean, 84.038. But he's now in 8th, because now in 7th is number 84, Nigel Moore, 84.064. 86, Kyle Parks, the newcomer, has just gone into 11th with 77.287, but now 12th because 104, Leon Murphy, just across the line now. He's now 12th because number 11th position is number 103, Andy Hunt, at 79.092 miles per hour. Murphy at 77.6. So it's Oversby that leads, 87.3 ahead of Loader and Davidson. Let's go to cross four ways. Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, this is the class to watch at the moment, Tim, as number 3, Alan Oversby. There he is, ahead on the road and ahead on the timings. Number 40, Barry Davidson, about a bike length or so ahead of number 21, Will Loader. Will Loader, of course, up into second, 2.5 seconds off the pace of Alan Oversby, and 0.06 of a second behind him, Barry Davidson. So Barry Davidson ahead on the road, but just behind on the timings of Will Loader. But looking at all these times in between as well, Andy Hornby less than 2 seconds back on Davidson. 2 more machines. There's number 2, Andy Hornby. As previously mentioned, a number 100, Heffin Owen as well. He's up into the top 5, only 0.8 of a second behind Hornby. Number 7, Harley Rushton, going well, 0.45 seconds off Heffin Owen. Number 16, Kelly Carruthers as well. Kelly Carruthers, let's see where Kelly Carruthers is currently running within the order at the moment. But those are the latest 2 machines on the way through here. But it is almighty close in those particular timings. Kelly Carruthers in 10th at the moment, so making up the top 10. Just took me a moment to find that among my statistics. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, a whole host of bikes spotted, so let's see if these lap times are improving more. 3 across the line. 87.890. So that is quicker. Loader's gone quicker and Davidson's gone quicker. That's number 93 just across the line there. That's Gary Abbott on the BSA Gold Star. But Oversby, 87.890 miles per hour. That's number 2. Number 2, Andy Hornby stays in 4th. Second then, 21, Will Loader, 86.819. The 1 minute board is out. Number 40, Barry Davidson's 3rd, 86.661. But there's about a second and a half between them all. 4th, number 2, Andy Hornby, 85.269 miles per hour. 5th, number 100, Heffin Owen, at 85.093. I was anticipating the change there, and indeed we do have it, because into 4th now is number 56, Adam McLean, at 85.592. All these riders that have gone through have got the option of taking another lap, because the 1 minute board, well, was out, so they've managed to get it, but now the checkered flag is out. So number 46, Mark Johnson, down in 19th, so they'll be the first to head back to Arbury Road. But it's Oversby from Loader, from Davidson, McLean hot on the heels, out to cross four ways.
Yeah, next machine through, number 72, so that's Shelley Pike on the 350 Ducati here. Here is the pacemaker at the moment, the pace setter I should say, Alan Oversby, number 3. On the way through, 2 more machines into view. Number 21, Will Loader, now ahead of Barry Davidson. Number 40 on the road as well. Will Loader just at 0.3 seconds ahead of Davidson at the moment. Here's number 64, Paul McMahon, one of the newcomers as well from Tullamore. Great running at the moment as well from number 84, Nigel Moore, up into 6th at the moment. Only 0.361 seconds of number 2, Andy Hornby, in 5th. And then Heffernan 0.009 seconds behind Nigel Moore as number 2, Andy Hornby, on the way through. He was only 0.7, just under 0.7 seconds off number 56, Adam McLean, in 4th spot. As number 7, Harley Rushton, goes past us, still well within the top 10 at the moment. Number 7, Harley Rushton, and best time of 3 minutes, 0.677 seconds. And that's just under 3 seconds ahead of Chris McGon in 9th. Number 16, Kelly Carruthers. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, just seeing 39 Tomo Burnett across, but we're waiting for the leading bunch to see if they can improve on times. 78 through his 3. Alan Oversby's gone quicker, 88.077. Will Loader and Barry Davidson haven't gone quicker on that lap, so it's Oversby who's in provisional pole position for the moment. We need to see bike number 56, Adam McLean, through first before we can confirm that he does, Oversby, hold that provisional pole position. The man from Bolton Le Sands is number 2. Andy Hornby gone quicker, 85.318, but remains in 5th position. There's number 7, Harley Rushton, who stays in 8th position. So it is Oversby currently 88.077 miles per hour. There's number 16, Kelly Carruthers, who is through. And this should be Adam. It is. And he's gone quicker, but he remains in 4th position at 86.277 miles per hour as 3 more machines come into view. And of those, numbers in 6th place is number 84, Nigel Moore. So first place then, and provisional pole, number 3, Alan Oversby at 88.077 miles per hour, 2 minutes 53.712 seconds. Second, number 21, Will Loader at 86.819 miles per hour. Third, number 40, Barry Davidson at 86.661 miles per hour. Fourth, number 56, Adam McLean at 86.277. Fifth, number 2, Andy Hornby at 85.318 miles per hour. Sixth, number 84, Nigel Moore, 85.097 miles per hour. Seventh, number 100, Hefin Owen. As number 46, Mark Johnson crosses the line in the background. Hefin Owen at 85.093. Eighth is number 7. That's Harley Rushton, 84.682 miles per hour. Ninth, number 9, Chris McGon at 83.347 miles per hour. 10th, number 11, Stephen Elliott at 82.808 miles per hour. 11th, number 16, Kelly Carruthers, 82.227 miles per hour. 12th, number 42, Stephen Moody, 81.213 miles per hour. 13th is number 103, Andy Hunt at 79.4. 14th is number 78. That's Michael Titchmarsh at 79.08 miles per hour. 15th is number 104, Leon Murphy at 78.4. 16th is number 39. That's Tomo Burnett at 78.42. 17th is number 25, Andrew Guy at 78.246 miles per hour. 18th, number 87, Brian Mattia, 77.724 miles per hour. 19th is number 86. That's Kyle Parks, 77.413 miles per hour. 20th, number 46, Mark Johnson, 77.227 miles per hour. And 21st, number 50, Dave Glover, 77.047 miles per hour. So Oversby, number 3, isn't in position 3 on the timing sheets this time. He's out there at number 1, the leading, potentially the leader for that provisional pole. We'll have more practice, of course, tomorrow. Just go a little bit further down. I think we got as far as Angela Cragg. I think she was in 22nd position. We'll double check that, but in the meantime, let's just get some thoughts out there at Cross Four Ways. This one is setting itself to be a battle royale, Rob Pritchard.
It really is, and Alan Oversby, as you've rightly pointed out, has been there and thereabouts in a couple of these sessions, as he has done in recent times here at the Pre-TT Classic. But top of the timing boards at the moment with that best lap of 2 minutes 53.71. But yes, you're absolutely right, Tim. This could be a really good showdown when the racing comes, and believe machines are making their way out over at the paddock, and Chris Kinley is over there.
Certainly am, yeah. The big bikes are out. It's the UGGLY, the Ugly Post-Classic Senior Superbike race. The bikes are going out. There's Andy Farrell coming out. Hear that Ducati rattling as it goes past us there. Rattling in a good way, because that's the clutch on it, dry clutch on that. Said that before. 71.23, Marcus Simpson. This is going to be some battle, you know, between Joe Yeardsley and Marcus Simpson. It'd be like going back to the Manx Grand Prix. As we all mate Colin Croft, number 31. Good to see Crofty back here on the Isle of Man. 83 also. Keith Pringle had a good chat with Keith a bit earlier on. He's hopefully on good fettle anyway. He is on the GSXR Suzuki. He's got right alongside us here now. The gate is just about to be open any second now. Just about ready to go. Crofty gives a big wave. Oh, he's blown us a kiss as well. He's a good lad, he is. Good to see him back here on the Isle of Man. ZXR 750 Kawasaki underneath him. 32 about to get a roll forward. Aaron Hughes on the 750 Yamaha. YZF 750. Lovely colour scheme on that. Keep an eye on that 32 as he comes through. So a good big field. Joe Yeardsley's right at the front. He's got Marcus Simpson just in behind him as well. Mark Colvin will be another one to watch here as well. Mark Colvin was 6th. Number 100 just having a few problems getting the thing fired up there. That's Heffenauer on the 750 FZ Yamaha. One of the older versions of that, because the kind of generator, they kind of just got a bit wider as the 90s went on, didn't they? The machines really thin. That's an older FZ Yamaha on that one. 85 rolls in as well. That's Emmett Burke on the ZXR 750 machine from London. ZXR Kawasaki that would be. We've got the little roller just ready to go. The gate just about to open because the cars are back. Boris and the team set the bikes off, and Joe Yeardsley's first on the road. Holds that lap record, of course, 106.535. Joe is away, 16. Past us now as well. 77. Now looks like Neil Champion from here it is. 48. Mark Herbertson. 38. Keith Pringle, as we mentioned. 27. Spoke to him last year. John Cliff on that lovely Harris Suzuki and the Harris frame with the Heron Suzuki colours. Looks really mint, that does. 13 is in there as well. Number 2, Andy Hornby. 13, Mikhail Indy Dukopil. He's been coming here for quite a few years now, is Indy. He's on that GSXR Suzuki, the Cups and Travel machine, the Czech Republic rider. So a big field of machines heading out for this practice for this. This is going to be quick. This is going to be some sort of battle, I think. Let's get over to Cross Four Ways, lap 1 for the Superbikes and Rob Pritchard.
100% agree with you, Chris. I mean, what a ding-dong battle we had last year between Joe Yeardsley and Jamie Coward right at the front, as Joe Yeardsley pipped Coward to victory to take that lap record and race victory as well. One thing I can say also as well, with just regards to the weather over here, I'm delighted to report that we've now actually got some pockets of blue sky above Cross Four Ways, some of that heavy low cloud starting to lift. That might be quite a good thing to have in this the next hour or so, just as we are coming towards the latter parts and the later part of the session as well, just as light starts to fade across the Isle of Man as well. So a little bit more, a glimpse of sunshine, I think, is probably the best way of putting it here across Four Ways as we await the first machines on the road here. One all alone is that number 1 Mistral Racing Kawasaki machine of Joe Yeardsley on the way through. Boy, wouldn't he like a repeat of what happened in this race last year. Behind, just a couple of seconds back, number 5 is Paul Cassidy. So 2 Manxmen leading the way, 34.59. Number 23, Marcus Simpson, and number 44, Paul Turner as well. Another one of those Mistral machines. Number 18 is Michael Bampton, and number 38 there, so that's Paul Potchy Williams. And number 10 as well, Anthony Redmond on the way through, another Manxman in this particular class. 113, that's Darren Creer, another Manxman, also from Douglas. So a fair few Manx riders through there, but Joe Yeardsley just opening up a bit of a gap between himself and the pack behind him in this outlap, as it were, as number 85, Emmett Burke, and number 19 as well, Tim Poole, on the way through. But this is fast and frenetic and hugely entertaining racing, this class, over the last couple of years. 6, 68 and 73 on the way through. So Dean Ratcliffe at the back of that group. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, first bike interview, and it should be the number 1 outfit of Yeardsley. Across the line he goes. There's number 5, Cassidy. 59, Colvin, and 34, Gilbert. And also Marcus Simpson, number 23, just across the line. 3 emerge together. That's 18, Michael Brampton, 44, Paul Turner, and 38, Paul Potchy Williams. 10, Anthony Redmond through. 113, Darren Creer is the 10th machine in what is the quickest class at the Blackford Financial Services pre-TT Classic Races. There's number 19, Tim Poole, safely through on this opening sighting lap. 85 and 6, so that's Emmett Burke. 85 and 6, Mike Brown. Another 2 machines come over the crest. 68, Roddy Taylor, and 73, Dean Radcliffe, and 32, Aaron Hughes. 16, Kelly Carruthers, and 100, Heffin Owen. 77, Neil Champions through. 48, Mark Herbertson. That's 20 machines now through. Yeardsley has got himself to the front of the pile. And let's head back to Cross Four Ways and Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, first flying lap of this post-classic senior superbike qualifying and practice session here. This is where the times on those stopwatches really start to matter. Number 1, Joe Yeardsley, first on the road through Cross Four Ways, pulling out an even bigger gap to the machines behind him. He's not hanging around as young Joe. 2 more machines emerge in front of us. Number 5, Paul Cassidy, followed closely by number 59, Mark Colvin. So Mark Colvin making up a bit of ground on the road. A couple of seconds back, number 23, Marcus Simpson. He's followed closely by number 34, Don Gilbert. So all 4 of those machines just almost going through in pairs. As the next Mistral Racing Kawasaki of number 18, Michael Bampton, is through. Number 38 is Paul Potchy Williams, and number 10, Anthony Redmond as well. So all of them finding a nice bit of pace on this first flying lap. Number 44, that's Paul Turner, and number 113, Darren Creer, on the way through as well on the Brigazzi Yamaha as well. So it'll be interesting to see as number 19, Tim Poole, makes his way through what those first flying lap times are going to be. There's number 6, Mike Brown, through Cross Four Ways. To you, Tim.
Yeah, we're about to find out the first time lap. It is Yeardsley across the line at 98.802 miles per hour. So the first machine across the line. 2 more interview together. 5 possibly pulling in, but 59, Mark Colvin. Marcus Simpson goes second quickest, 98.548. And there's, less than half a second between Yeardsley and Simpson. There's number 18, Michael Bampton through, and Paul Williams, number 38. There's number 10, Anthony Redmond. So Yeardsley it is, 98.8. That's 2 minutes, 34.855 seconds. Simpson, number 20. Mike Brown goes to the top of the sheet. 99.851 miles per hour. 2 minutes, 33.228. Mike Brown, top of the pile. Ahead now of number 1, Joe Yeardsley, who's in second at 98.802 miles per hour. And in third, number 23, Marcus Simpson at 98.548 miles per hour. Another machine interview. That's number 32, Aaron Hughes. And he's down in 12th position. So currently 4th is 59, Colvin. 5th, number 34, Gilbert. 6th, number 5, Cassidy. Back to Cross Four Ways, Rob Pritchard.
Here comes Number 1, Joe Yeardsley on his second flying lap. So second after that first flying lap. I think that time from Mike Brown there to go top of the standings after that first flying lap. Maybe just throw the cat amongst the pigeons a little bit. Marcus Simpson only 0.4 seconds off the pace of Yeardsley as well. Here is Simpson just ahead on the road of number 59, Mark Colvin, who's fourth at the moment. On the timing, 2.2 seconds off Simpson. There's number 34, Don Gilbert as well. 2.628 seconds he's got to make up on number 59, Mark Colvin as well. So do we have an extra element to this in this Joe Yeardsley Marcus Simpson battle as Michael Bampton comes through, as does Paul Potchie Williams? Mike Brown putting himself right in the mix at the moment to be on that front row when it comes to this particular race later in the weekend. Two more machines emerging. First out in front of us, number 6, Mike Brown. There he is, the current leader on the timings. A few seconds ahead of number 113 is Darren Creer. And now number 19 as well on the way through. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, Yeardsley's back at the pole position, 101.969 on that third lap. The 3-minute board is out. 3 minutes until the checkered flag. It's less than that. Here's 23. Marcus Simpson goes into second, 100.134. But of course, we're waiting for that number 6 bike of Mike Brown. Can he elevate his time from 99.851 into the 100+ category? There's number 18 and number 38. So that's Michael Bampton and Paul Potchie Williams. They are currently in 6th and 7th places, respectively. Also through are Colvin and Gilbert this lap. There's Brown. He is in the hundreds, but he's in third. 100.091 miles per hour. So Yeardsley, 101.969, 2 minutes 30.045 seconds, and that is 2.7 seconds ahead of number 23, Marcus Simpson, at 100.134 in second, and third, number 6, Mike Brown, 100.091. The record, of course, is Yeardsley from last year at 106.5. Fourth is Colvin, fifth Gilbert, sixth Bampton. Let's go back to Rob.
Yeah, good response from Yeardsley and Simpson there, wasn't it, to that Mike Brown first lap. Here is Joe Yeardsley down onto that tight right-hander across four ways, and behind him just a few seconds back on the road, there's number 27, that's John Cliff as well. So Joe Yeardsley just clearing his way through maybe a little bit of traffic out in this final bit of the practice session. Can he maybe extend that particular gap? So that best time of 2 minutes 30.045 is 2.75 seconds ahead of Marcus Simpson. Marcus Simpson 0.06 seconds ahead of number 6, Mike Brown. Here is number 59, Mark Colvin, number 34, Don Gilbert. So Mark Colvin still ahead of Gilbert on the road there. That might give him the tarmac he needs just to make a little bit more time, but also Don Gilbert, can he get into the slipstream potentially? I know this is a qualifying session, but I had to give it a thought anyway. Number 18, Michael Bampton, he's running well at the moment on the way through in 6th. Number 38, Paul Potchie Williams, also running well, 6th and 7th respectively. To you, Tim.
Yeah, this is going to be the final lap, and here is Yeardsley, 102.502. The quickest then on his 4-time laps, 102.502 miles an hour for the Laxey rider Joe Yeardsley on that Mistral Classic Race Team Kawasaki. Let's see what Simpson can do. And indeed, Mike Brown. So Yeardsley has really put the hammer down here. 2 more into view. Second of those was number 34, Don Gilbert. So it is Joe Yeardsley, 2 minutes 29.266 seconds that has set the benchmark for this opening qualifying session for the Oogly Post Classic Senior Superbike. Number 18, Michael Bampton, is through. He remains in 6th, and 7th is number 38, Paul Potchie Williams. So nobody's going to get that extra lap in. Just about caught up, just trimming these sessions down. Number 6 is not going to go quicker because he's touring across the line there, was Mike Brown. So he remains in 3rd position. So let's put some perspective on that. The defending champ is Joe Yeardsley, and he's in provisional pole for this race. That was 113 Darren Creer through. He's in 16th position. And another bike interview, just finishing his night off. Here's number 44, that's Paul Turner, down in 21st, but a quickest lap there on that fourth lap of 87.805. And that is number 48, Mark Herbertson. He is in 12th. And up into 7th is number 26, Dennis Booth, with a lap there of 95.690. Andy Farrell has just gone through, number 96. He's up into the 10th place there with a lap of 94.9. And 77 across the line, that's Neil Champion. He's down in 21st. So let's go through that leaderboard. At first position is number 1, Joe Yeardsley. 2 minutes, 29.266 seconds, 102.502 miles per hour. In second is number 23, Marcus Simpson. So Marcus Simpson, the Douglas man, 100.134 miles per hour. Third was number 6, Mike Brown on the Davies Motorsport Yamaha. And I'm just going to have to wait for the times to come back through, because we're just having a look further down the leaderboard at the moment. 29 have crossed the line. The last of those was number 85, Emmett Burke, who went quickest on his last lap there at 83.507. 28th is number 27, John Cliff. 27th, number 57, that is Rob Mitchell-Hill. In 26th position, number 68, Roddy Taylor. 25th, number 31, Colin Croft. 24th, number 74, Dean Radcliffe. 23rd, number 44, Paul Turner. 22nd, number 118, Roger Wibberley. 21st, number 77, Neil Champion. 20th is number 32, Aaron Hughes. 19th, number 113, Darren Creer. 18th, number 16, Kelly Carruthers. 17th, number 83, Keith Pringle. 16th, number 10, Anthony Redmond. 15th, number 13, Mikhail Dukoppel. 14th is number 100, Hefin Owen. 13th is number 48, Mark Herbertson. In 12th, number 2, Andy Hornby. In 11th, number 19, Tim Poole. And in 10th, number 96, and that is Andy Farrell. So it is Joe Yeardsley that has put the hammer down ahead of Marcus Simpson. And, well, what a great duel we can look forward to. Further practice, of course, tomorrow afternoon for this class in the Eugley Post Classic Senior Superbike. And, well, we've just got the one more session to come, and that is the sidecar class. That was due out at 8 minutes past 9 on the original schedule, and we're just past that time now. So well done to the organisers on really getting us through all the classes and giving them a chance. It is starting to get a little bit gloomy as we close in. The orange jackets of the marshals and stewards really starting to stand out. So let's just see where we are with the sidecars, and Rob was quite right. I'm going to miss that sit-up and beg machine out there. But let's go to Chris Kinley. Any sign of the Jazz?
Not yet, Tim. They're just finishing off down here now. The rest of the machines, the solo machines, are in, but no sidecars ready have yet. I've not heard the hooter. As soon as I hear it, we'll let you know. They come from a different part of the paddock. Their holding area is behind the tent. In fact, there's a car coming out there now, because the exit that they actually use is used for the public getting in and out of the car park as well. So obviously the sidecar paddock is up behind the back of the solo paddock there. Not that they're separated, they're all together, but it's just a different way out because it is quite tight for both. So no news yet. In fact, yes, just now we have the outfits coming towards us. Hopefully we will see Kenny Howells going out this time. We'll stay out of the way on this one because the sidecars are quite wide too. And a lot of sidecars missing this year, unfortunately. We believe there's a Carmarthen Cup round happening over there in Holland. And that's why there's not as many sidecars as what there normally is, and hopefully the numbers will be back up to the normal levels next year, but still expecting a pretty good race as we get number 55, Mike Bellaby, Dave Griswood, They come through on their BMW. Number 2 is next through, Tony Thurkel and William Morley. Number 5 is next coming through. Yep, gives us a big nod. Jack Griswood and Alice Smith. Good to see Smithy back again. 11 comes through. 11, that's Danny Quirk with Sharon Reeves, third last year for those guys. 71, James Blackmore. Now, it says in the programme it's race 4. Trevor Johnson is the passenger there on number 71, James Blackmore, the window limp. So James Blackmore 71 with Trevor Johnson in the chair. 69, Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes, 5th in the race last year from Catterick Garrison Stroke Hull. Number 8 is next, Kenny Cole. Good to see Kenny back again with Mike Cookson in the chair. Met Kenny there at Gary Dickens pub. Jakey, if you're listening over there at the Duke of York in Pomeroy, hope you're all okay. Coley gives us a big thumbs up. He's happy, ready, stretching the old legs. Scott Leathers on the back of his leathers there. A couple more outfits. There is a sit-up and beg one for you to look out for, Tim. It's the Westlake Triton of Adam Pope and John Christopher as the outfits are going out. So keep an eye out. It's number 9. You've got to keep an eye out. Team Red Rose Machine. Number 7 comes now as well. Steve Brooks and Sam Hesbrook. Haven't seen number 3, Kenny Howells and Jordan Forrest yet on their 750 Ireson Suzuki. Well, we'll keep a little eye on that as the course cars come back into their position, but the outfits are on the circuit. There's Greg Lambert going out. What will Greggy be looking for in this one? 5th last year for Greg. Number 7 is out though on the Hayes Suzuki. There's Steve Brooks. But no Kenny Howells. That's a bit of a shame. I was looking forward to seeing that machine out. So the machine's out on the circuit. It's the sidecars, the three-wheeling sidecars. It's their practice. And let's go to Robert Cross Four Ways.
Yeah, always a great spectacle, the sidecars, aren't they? Whether it is the classic machinery or the modern machinery, great to see on the Billown Course. I think one particular pair, and I'd be quite interested in keeping an eye on this year, is that number 5 machine, Jack Gristwood and Alice Smith, came here as newcomers last year, 2nd in the sidecar race 1, and then 3rd in the sidecar race 2, the shortened sidecar race 2. That was declared after 1 lap in particular. Be interesting to see how they get on. Good to see another set of newcomers as well. 3 new passengers coming in. So we've got James Salisbury in the number 28 machine, Sharon Reeves on the number 11 outfit, and also Sam Hesbrook in the number 7 outfit as well, the Hayes Suzuki, with Steve Brooks, his teammate in that particular one there. But we're waiting to see the first of the sidecars at the 2024 Pre-TT Classic. Interesting to see among those who are absent from the sidecar class this year is last year's lap record setters Kieran Clark and Andrew Johnson. The lap record set in 2023 by them, 91.687 miles per hour. Here comes the first of the sidecar outfits on their way through. That is the number 55 of Mike Bellaby and Dave Gristwood. We've also got number 2 as well, Tony Thurkel and William Morley on the way through as well. And number 5, Jack Gristwood and Alice Smith there. So there's the first 3 sets of sidecar crews on the way through Cross Four Ways as the light starts to fade here. There's the number 11 with Danny Quirk at the helm and Sharon Reeves in the chair next to us as well. And there's another making their way forward to the field, quite spread out as we largely expected there. As Chris Kinley also pointed out, there may have been one or so that might just not have made it out of the paddock. We'll wait and see. There's number 71, James Blackmore at the helm of that Windle Imp as well. Who have we got here? 2 more making it down through the dip and towards us across 4 ways. Number 8, Mike Cookson and Kenny Cole. Followed swiftly as well by number 69, Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes as well on this outlap. And here is that sit-up and beg that Tim Glover will no doubt be looking forward to coming through. Number 9 is Adam Pope and John Christopher. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, first outfits spotted up on the railway bridge. Or the road bridge over the railway, I should say more accurately. And here is the first outfit, and it is number 55, and that, of course, is Bellaby and Gristwood. So they are through. Number 2 is through, and number 5 as well. Number 2 is Tony Thurkel and William Morley, the Thurston-Whitby combination. That's number 11 through, and that is Danny Quirk and Sharon Reeves. I can tell you the number 3 outfits of Kenny Howells and Jordan Forrest did get out, which is good news indeed. So number 5 through, Jack Gristwood and Alice Smith. They're out on that BMW. the pairing from Shenley and clipping Camden. Through is number 71 there. That's James Blackmore and Trevor Johnston. Number 8 and 69 through. 8 is Mike Cookson and Kenny Cole, and number 69, Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes. So it's got the potential with a slightly lesser entry this year, this race, to get a little bit stretched out as we go. And here's the sit-up and beg machine we've been waiting for. Number 9, safely across the line. Really does hark back to bygone ages, that. Adam Pope and John Christopher on the Westlake Triton. The Chorley pairing safely through on this, sighting formation, call it what you will. It will be the formation lap when they leave the holding area further down the bypass, and when we get to the racing, they will be lining up on the grid here for their mass start. Another machine is about to come into view, but no time to see it across the line as we go out to Cross Four Ways and Rob Pritchard.
Yes, waiting for this first sidecar crew out on the road. We can hear them in the distance. And I remember Chris Kinley mentioning that there might be another meeting taking place that might just affect numbers a little bit this year. Well, looking at a couple of the names in there, I think I see that some of them might be involved in the Isle of Man TT over the next 2 weeks. Oh, 3 crews close together. There's 55, 2 and 5 as well. So it's the Mike Bellaby and Dave Griswold, followed swiftly by Tony Thurkel and William Morley. And they in turn, less than a car length behind them, Jack Griswold and Alice Smith. I think a bit like one of the sessions before. I don't think they've got the memo that this is practice and not racing. A few seconds back, here's the number 11 outfit, Danny Quirk and Sharon Reeves on the Bellas Vincent, the Halifax and Chesterfield pairing on the way through. So the first 3 that went through on the road on that sighting lap, extremely close together out front on this first flying lap for this opening sidecar classic qualifying outing as well. So interesting to see who's got the pace, who's going to have the space on the road, who's going to take control in the corners in this practice and qualifying session. 2 more sidecar machines making their way towards lap number 69. Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes just getting ahead on the road this time of number 71. There's James Blackmore at the helm as well. So Lambert and Haynes just getting a little bit ahead on the road of Blackmore on that Windle Imp as well. 1 more machine making their way through. There is number 8, Mike Cookson and Kenny Cole. To you, Tim.
Yeah, first machine, second machine, both come into view, and this time it is the number 5 outfit ahead of 2. Ahead of 55. So 5 is Gristwood and Smith, 80.053 miles per hour. Number 2 in second is Thurkel and Morley, 78.468. And up into third, well timed there, is the Bellis Vincent of Quirk and Sharon Reeves. They're up into third. Sharon Reeves, of course, a newcomer passenger, so going really well. 77.611 miles per hour. In fourth is number 55. And number 55, of course, is Bellaby and Gristwood. And they have registered 76.577. That's number 69. Up into second place there is 69. That, of course, is Lambert and Haynes. And in sixth position is number 71. That's Blackmore and Johnson. 70.809 miles per hour. And Lambert at 78.583. But that's leading time at the moment for number 5. Number 5, Gristwood and Smith, is 80.053. Just through there, outfit number 8, Cookson and Cole on the BMW, and they slot into 7th, putting number 9, Pope and Christopher down into 8th, and 9th is number 7, and that is Brooks and Hersbrook, and Sam Hersbrook, another of the newcomers from Telford. Let's go back to Rob at Cross Four Ways.
Yeah, we've just seen Steve Brooks and Sam Hersbrook making their way through on the Hayes Suzuki. Interesting to see the gaps opening up there, despite how close they are on the road, these particular sidecar crews out of the front here. Out of the front this time is number 5, that is Jack Griswold and Alice Smith as well. Number 2, Tony Thurkel and William Morley as well. Number 55, that's Mike Bellaby and Dave Griswold, who've got a bit of work to do to try and push themselves back into the top 3. Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes up to second second from that first flying lap, as he'd already pointed out. Danny Quirk and Sharon Reeves up into fourth from that first flying lap, and Mike Bellaby and Dave Gristwood in fifth as it stands at the moment. A few seconds back from that trio that came through a few moments ago is number 11, Danny Quirk and Sharon Reeves, so steadily making their way a little bit forward, but just over 6 seconds between them and Tony Thurkel and William Morley in third place at the moment. It'll be interesting to see how those times compare going into this second flying lap as well. But it was a great lap from Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes, who just managed to clear a bit of traffic actually on their way through, just getting themselves past James Blackmore, so that might just have helped them a little bit. Here they are again, that is Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes on their way into cross four ways here. Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, first bike sighted crossing the bridge, and now coming into our view over School Hill Rise. And it is number 7, as the 1 minute board is out. So number 7 is Brooks and Hersbrook. But here's number 2 and number 5. Hands are up there, are retiring. And 55, they've just got out as well for another lap at Thurkel. Outfit number 2, Thurkel and Morley are quickest on that lap, but not quicker than the outfit number 5 of Gristwood and Smith, who were pulling in. They on lap 2, 80.053. Thurkel and Morley, 79.294. In third, number 69, Greg Lambert, but that was on lap 2 at 78.583. Lambert, of course, with Andrew Haynes in doing the passenger duties. Fourth currently is number 55, and number 55 is Bellaby and Gristwood. In sixth currently, number 71, and that is Blackmore and Johnson. As the checkered flag now waves as 69 crosses the line, so that's the end of the evening there for Lambert and Haynes. They didn't go quicker than they did on lap 2 at 78.583. But the leading crews have all got through, and a slap on the back there for the newcomer, number 71. James Blackmore with Trevor Johnson, the newcomer, just giving him a slap on the back and a thank you as they cross the line. Lovely to see the camaraderie there in the chair. But it is currently number 5, Gristwood and Smith, that are leading on their BMW outfit. Let's go as the checkered flag is waving for the final time out to cross four ways, and Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, indeed. It'll be interesting to see if any of those machines competing towards the top have actually made it out for another lap here after the checkered flag went. And I believe you mentioned that Jack Gristwood and Alice Smith, they'd already made their way in. And Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes were there just as the checkered flag came out as well. I believe we're expecting Tony Thurkel and William Morley. And indeed we are. Here they are. First on the road now as it stands going into this final lap. 1.829 seconds behind Jack Gristwood and Alice Smith in the timings at the moment. Number 55, Mike Bellaby and Dave Gristwood sitting in fourth at the moment. 5.348 seconds behind Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes, who've finished, of course. They're up as the third. So your top 3 as it stands at the moment, Gristwood and Smith, and then it's Thurkel and Morley, and then it's Lambert and Haynes at the moment as number 11. Danny Quirk and Sharon Reeves, they're getting another lap out there at the moment as we come towards the conclusion of the session. And a few seconds back as well, number 7, Steve Brooks, and the newcomer passenger Sam Hersbrook making their way through cross four ways as well. So Tony Thurkel and William Morley with one last chance in this particular session to try and close that gap of 1.829 seconds to Jack Gristwood and Alice Smith, who had a great year last year, I should say, as newcomers in 2023, and already off to a really positive start here in the opening Sidecar Classic practice and qualifying session here. We wait to see Tony Thurkel and William Morley. They'll have been making their way through Church Bends and on their way towards Stadium, and then up towards the bridge itself, and then hopefully not too long until they reach the start-finish line. Back to you, Tim.
You, Rob, for your work tonight, and to Chris Kinley. And coming across the line now is outfit number 2. That is Thurkel and Morley, and also 55 across the line. None have gone quicker, so it is the outfit number 5 that is leading the way. That's Jack Gristwood and Alice Smith. Well done to them on their BMW as number 11 comes across the line. He's gone quicker there. That's a good lap there from Danny Quirk and Sharon Reeves, the newcomer passenger. They're up into 4th with that lap of 78.252. But it is Gristwood, number 5, in first at 80.053. Then it's number 2 in second, Thurkle and Morley, 79.294. In third, it's Lambert, Greg Lambert and Andrew Haynes, as number 7 crosses the line there. The number 7 outfit of Steve Brooks and Sam Hersbrook, who did get out eventually on the Hayes Suzuki. They are in 9th position. But it's Lambert in third. Fourth is number 11, and number 11 is Danny Quirk and Sharon Reeves. Fifth is number 55, and 55 is Bellaby and Gristwood. In sixth, number 71, that is Blackmore and Johnson. In seventh, it's number 8, Mike Cookson and Kenny Cole. In eighth is number 9 being Adam Polk and John Christopher. And then, as we've seen, in ninth position, number 7, and that is Brooks and Hersbrook. Don't forget, roads around the Colas Billown circuit remain closed until the roads open car has gone through, so it is still illegal to go onto closed roads. So wait for the roads open car to come through before you begin to make your journey home. And if you want to hear a little bit more from one of the stars down here, we've seen him top of the leaderboard. You can find the latest Journey to a Dream podcast on motorsport.manxradio.com, and the latest edition was recorded today with the Laxey man Joe Yeardsley. The roads open car is on the road, but as we are telling you, please don't go onto the road, bring your vehicle or anything onto the road until that roads open car has gone through. Well, my thanks to everybody behind the scenes and back at Broadcasting House for all the work, and to the commentators, Rob Pritchard out at Cross Four Ways and Chris Kinley down at the clubhouse. And that is our coverage for this Friday evening, the 24th of May. We'll be back on air tomorrow, Saturday the 25th of May, for an afternoon of practice. Roads close from 12:30 till 4:30, and then they will reopen and close again at 6 until 9. It's practice in the afternoon. And then between 6 and 9 tomorrow evening, we get our first racing in anger down here at the Colas Billown Course. We'll be on air from 12:30. So in the meantime, let's hand you back to the studio.
Manx Radio 1368, the best biking station in the world. Brought to you by Kawasaki Insurance.